I barely post on this channel, but hey. Okay, so I'm actually talking about a serious topic right now. It's about my cousins, first cousins, who are such fake ass bitches, excuse you. Yeah, I'm talking about them today. Also, please subscribe. I need it. Thank you. And I guess like the video and comment. Thanks. Anyways, I don't know where to begin. First of all, we used to get along when we were younger. Like a lot. Because we were younger. So I don't know when it started. We started like arguing back and forth once every year and stopped talking for that year. Maybe it was like 14, 15 it started. I don't know, but it was 14, 15. So the thing is, this one girl, she's my age. Her birthday was in October though, so she's a late birthday. I always said that she gives me anxiety, but it's not the anxiety, it's the fact that we're in public, we live in the city, and this girl's gonna be so fucking loud. And I'm just like, can you please shut up? Because it's embarrassing how everyone's just hearing you now. And we're Indian, so she's just extra loud. And she also sometimes says the N-word. And I'm like, girl, we're Indian. I don't think you can say that word. It's also like, she's like, so who cares? I'm like, girl, you're saying it in my neighborhood. You're saying it in my fucking neighborhood. And it pisses me off. Or those times when I just want to hang out with like the other cousins. Like, we're like in a group. You could be a part of that group. But instead she's like, do you want to go to my room? Or like, if we're not at her house, she's like, do you want to go over there? Do you want to go over there? Come on, let's go. Do you want to go over there? Like, girl, no, I don't want to go over there. It's going to be so fucking boring. You're just going to be on your phone the whole time. And I'm just wanna see, like, because I'm having fun with others, so we could just both stay here. I don't know, I keep sniffling. I think this happened like in the beginning of last year. So she messaged me, this girl. She was like, oh, I have this project. It was like a podcast thing for her school. And I was like, oh, okay. And she's like, do you want to like help me and stuff? I was like, yeah, sure, you can help me with my assignments too. Like, first of all, I never needed an A. I just needed to pass and get it over with. I could have got C for all, like, it didn't matter, okay? I just needed to pass. So, this is for later on, okay? So, she comes to my house for like this, like, you know, for the podcast and everything. So, I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. The podcast is happening. We did the podcast and it was so awkward. I was so ugly, like, why was I dressed like that? Anyways, it was last year. So we did the podcast. And after the podcast, one time it was, oh, do you want to have a sleepover? Because why not? And then she kept saying, oh yeah, I gotta ask my mom, I gotta ask this, I gotta ask that. And then she kept bringing up the sleepover. So I only asked her one time. Mind you, one time. So then she's like, her family, her mom's stuff said, yeah, her mom came over later on to drop off her stuff, and that's it. And then she was talking, our moms were talking for a little bit, and then she left. Her mom's also very loud. Very loud. One time, she said, like, oh, my kids were born in Canada too. I don't know why they keep saying, like, they're dissy and stuff. Girl, it's because you're dissy that the fucking kids turned out this way. Like, it pissed me off. One time, like, their dad, I just sidetracked, but one time their dad, I think the girl, tried forcing me. She tried forcing me into going to Niagara Falls with them while we were at the temple, and I was like, no thanks. Like, I don't want to go. She kept begging me, and then she finally dragged me there. They couldn't find any hotels, because, like, I was there. So in Punjabi, the dad was like, why do we even bring her? Like, why? Like, now we can't even find any hotels. They thought I didn't understand. I understand my own fucking language. I can barely speak it, but I can understand. Even like the two girls who were sisters, one was older, was like, they were listening in. And they were like, even the girl, the older one had a music pause. They were listening in. Anyways, back to the story. Fucking pissed me off. So she had this sleepover. And then for my sister, she needed, she was doing this makeup course. Sorry, my hair's on my face. she was doing this makeup course, and she needed faces for her, like, I don't know what it was called, like some folder or something. So she needed our cousin, who's my age, to be that person, because since she was having sleepover anyways. So they did the whole makeup and everything. She got it done. Well, while they were doing it, actually, my sister had Stray Kids on the TV. And the one time, she mentioned how, like, oh, Stray Kids is so trash. Why are you even watching this shit? My sister didn't say anything at all. She didn't say anything because she's like, oh, she'll just stop, whatever. But then she kept mentioning it. She's like, Stray Kids is this, Stray Kids is that. Oh, K-pop is so gay, K-pop is that. I'm just like... And then my sister finally stood up. And then one comment, this is for later on, one comment, she said to her, like, who made you? Was it God? Because I know it wasn't your parents. Like, they're like, who made you? And then, like, because, like, she's like, it probably wasn't even God either. Like, who even made you? And then I was like, my mom heard everything. So she was a witness to, like, who started what. So then, like, she went quiet, the cousin and everything. The next fucking day, I think we were shoveling snow. And then two shovels were already taken. So I'm just like, you know what, my cousin could just do it then. With my mom, because I'm like, I kind of wanted to do it, but there's only 2 shovels, so I just stayed in. And yeah, and then I was just laying around. She's like, okay, I'm gonna go home now. I was like, okay, yeah, whatever, bye. She left. I think it was a couple of days later, like maybe a week later or something. My sister was texting the older sister of that cousin. And then she was mentioning, like, how I told my sister not to say this because she's a fucking snitch. Like, the cousin sister is a snitch. So they were saying, like, how I don't like her, how I just tolerate her and hang out with her and stuff like that. The next fucking morning, I text my cousin something because I was responding to something, and she replied to me, and then all of a sudden she's like, and just so you fucking bitch, you this. What the fuck? That's just as my nickname. And then she's like telling me like the older sister told her everything. She did this, she did that. I'm like, okay. And then she's like, I think my mom and her mom started calling, and they apparently lied. Back then I slept in, right? They apparently lied that I messaged her at 7 a.m. At 7 a.m. Shit. I messaged her shit at 7 a.m. And my sister, mom, and me started laughing because I woke up at 10 a.m. Even with my sister, she was like having, like, you know, those sleepovers we do sometimes when we're scared or her room's too hot or whatever. We were doing that. So she left my room and she saw me still dead asleep at like 7 a.m. Like, girl, be for real. Like, I think it was 8 a.m. she left my room and I was still like, you know? So then they also lied about how she said that my older sister said, like, yeah, my mom cheated. She did that, like, her own mom cheated. That's what my sister was saying, that her mom cheated or something like that. That's why, like, she turned out that way. And actually, it was the time when my sister was saying, who made you? Was it, like, because we know it wasn't the parents or the God, like, we don't know who made you. And then there was also one, like, my mom was confused too because she was there listening in. She literally told them that, like, she was, like, listening in, she heard everything, but their mom was just, like, went quiet. They were like, you know, like, whatever. It was fucking pissing me off. And one of the times when she said shit was like, she only used me for an A. She only used me for an A. Like, fuck you, bitch. I only cared if I passed. I didn't care about that damn A. There was this one time we took a photo, like, you know those, I don't know what's called. Those, like, I don't know. It's those, like, little, like, small camera thingies. And then the camera, like, the photo comes out of it. Yeah, I forgot what they're called. But we took one. Like, I think it was Niagara Falls. We went to a restaurant. It was after that. There was a video of her burning it on fucking Instagram. Honestly, I didn't care. We all laughed about it. But it's the fact my mom had to tell their dad, and she did get in trouble. She got yelled at, her phone got taken away. I feel like their mom probably, like, babied her and gave it back the next day or the next hour because there's no way. So yeah, she took it. Like, we all laughed about it. My feelings weren't hurt, mind you. It wasn't hurt. And I'm like, girl the fuck up. And she literally said, I begged for that sleepover. She lied to her parents, saying I begged, like I wouldn't take a no for an answer. Bitch, you begged. You fucking begged. Does it look like I'd be the one to say, please, please, I'm begging my knees, please, please to come for a sleepover. Stay for the sleepover. Stay for the sleepover. No, it doesn't. If you saw her face, you know that she was the one who begged. Honestly, I'm just saying that I think she believes in her own lies at this point. She lies so badly. Because I remember one time, I think they were like dropping off my grandpa like somewhere, or like I think they were taking him to their place, and then she like lied, saying that like I think it was because the two were talking. She lied that he was yelling and that she was going to crash or something. Like, how do you think even my grandpa knew that these bitches were in the wrong? Because why would you bring my grandpa into this? She's like a, I don't know, the psychological liar or whatever it's called. Until this day we're not talking. I think it's been 2 years. A year or two, maybe. Something like that. But yeah, we're not talking anymore. Who do you think was in the right? I sure as hell was in the wrong. Because even with my parents, their parents always take their side. Even if they're in the wrong, even if they find out they're in the wrong, they always take their side. But if my mom, even my sister, she lectures me when I'm in the wrong. So if my mom or sister, like, if we were in the wrong, my mom would have probably yelled at us. Like, why would you do something like this? It's so stupid. You gotta think before you act, you know, your actions and everything. I feel like we would have got in trouble. But their parents always take their side. And they were babied so much. That was the problem. So, yeah. Thank you for listening. Whose side would you have chosen? I sure as hell wouldn't have chosen theirs. Thank you. Bye. Please subscribe. I need it.